Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. I have promised you a few Canva tutorials, so I'm going to start with journaling, and then I'll work my way through a few other fun projects you can use Canva for. These are going to be very short tutorials, and I'll have a playlist for you so that you can view the ones you need as you're making your projects. If you wish to be notified when a new video is added, tap that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Before I go into journaling with Canva, I want to give you a quick rundown of what Canva is. This is an online application that you can use on your desktop or mobile device. And it's designed to help you with creating digital designs, custom prints, presentations, videos, and so much more. I like to use it for journaling or sentiments on my paper crafting projects. I also create my photo collages and quite a few items for my business here on Canva. There is a free version of Canva that is available. I use the paid version because it does have more options when it comes to fonts and graphics and templates. But for many years, I used that free version and was able to create a bunch of projects. If you choose to get the paid version, I do have an affiliate link in the description below with a free trial. Alright, so enough about Canva. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few ways that you can use it to create some journaling on your projects. I'm going to start by sharing how I typed up the journaling on the cut apart sheet on a recent scrapbook page. I started by scanning a JPEG image of the cut apart piece or the journal card or the pocket card or the sticker or tag, and then I saved it onto my device. I use a 3-in-1 printer for this that has a scanner bed, and then I load the files into my download folder on my computer. Now we're going to open up Canva, and I'm going to choose Flyer for the template. This is an 8.5 by 11 template because my scanner automatically scans the images to that standard paper size, and this one is easiest for me to work with. The next step is to upload that image that we have scanned onto our device. I'm going to go over to the left and click on Upload, and then I'm going to select that image I scanned and add it to this template. Because this was scanned at 8.5 by 11, it is going to fit perfectly onto the template, and the design is sized to the correct size. Now, if you want to double check, you can use those sizing handles to crop the image. As you're cropping, you're going to be able to see the measurements over there on the side so that you can verify that it's scanned in correctly. I am going to move this scanned in image to the center of my paper here. I could try to leave it in the upper corner and print everything out, but every printer has built-in margins and every single one is different. So I like to move my design over so that I know that everything's going to line up correctly on this card. All right, now I'm going to add text. I'm going to go over to the left. I'm going to click on text, and then I'm going to select the type of text I want to add. You have a couple of options here. I just like to select the smallest standard text, and then I start typing up my story. You're going to see that this is rather large right now, but we are going to resize it and change the line spacing here in a minute. The next step is to pick the font. Now, this always takes a little bit of time because there are so many choices. I saw a sign one time that said, "Sorry I was late to dinner, I was picking a font," and I swear that just speaks to my soul whenever I'm creating Cricut projects or Canva projects. The ones you see here in the list that have a little crown are part of the paid version of Canva, but like I said, there's lots of options here in the free version, so you're not going to feel like you're missing out. And now that I have the font chosen, I'm going to resize this to fit in the journaling block. I like to zoom into my project for this part of the process There is a little zoom dial there in the lower right that allows you to make this a little bit larger if you need to see it. I'm going to use the sizing handles to make this text box smaller. At this point, I'm not worrying about the spacing. I'm going to change that in a few minutes. I just need to get this to fit right inside the journaling portion of that cut apart piece. My font is going to be sized at about 13 points, but if you want a specific size for your font, there is a box there at the top so that you can input a number. All right, now we can change the spacing between those lines so that it appears to be typed out onto the printed lines of that cut apart piece. I'm going to go up to the top to that spacing tool. I'm going to click on the icon, and then I'm going to move that radio dial to increase the spacing between the lines. You may need to make a few adjustments to your text box or font size during this process. I changed the word "and" to an ampersand just so I could get a few more words onto those lines and fix that spacing. Now that everything is lined up correctly, I'm going to delete that image that I uploaded. I'm not going to print this because I don't own the rights to this image. I just want that font. So I'm just going to click on that uploaded image and click on delete on my keyboard. You can also click on that little trash can image right there above. So now that the spacing's set and everything's ready to go, Canva does automatically save the project. So now all I have to do is print this out. You cannot print directly from Canva. You're going to see an option for print here, but what it does is it sends it to a print shop, and that's more for creating your postcards or your business type projects. What you have to do is you actually have to send this as a PDF to your device so that you can print it out. So we're going to go up to Share, then select Download. I'm going to choose PDF Print in that drop-down menu. I like to use the professional print setting, but this is another paid option. So if you're using the free version and just creating text without any images or lots of colors, that digital use option works just fine. Once I have those options selected, I'm going to download this to my device. Mine always saves to the download folder. Once I have that saved, I'm going to open the PDF, select print, and then I'm going to print this out onto my cut apart piece. Now off camera, I printed the text onto a piece of printer paper first, and then I used a light to help me line up that journal card with the printing. I attached it to the paper with some temporary tape, and then I ran it through the printer again, and it did a beautiful job. All right, so that's how you print onto a journal card. Let's take a look at a few other ways that you can create some journaling with Canva. One of the most common printouts is just that simple rectangle or square shape. I just like to add a shape from the elements list. There's a lot of shapes to choose from here. After adding it, I resize it to the project size I need, and then I add my text. You're going to resize it with those sizing handles just like we did earlier, and then use those text edit options to change the font, the color, the size, and the spacing. You can also print onto circles. Here's an example of a circle sticker that I added some text to on a scrapbook page. Again, you can just add a shape from the elements list, size it to the circle shape that you are using, and then add your text. Sometimes that shape comes in as a darker color and it's difficult to see, so I just change it to a lighter color of gray, and then I add my story. You can use those text edit options to change the spacing, the size, the font, and the color right there inside of that circle so that everything fits nicely. Now, with Valentine's coming up soon, heart shapes are going to be a great thing to add journaling to. There are many heart options to choose from in that elements list, but I'm just going to pick a generic shape here and change it to the color I want and add text. Before I download these, I do need to delete the shapes because I don't want those to print onto my paper behind the font. Again, I'm just going to click on those shapes and either hit delete on my keyboard or click on that little trash can icon. We are going to use that PDF option to download these and print them out. And then we have these wonderful little journaling cards. All right, there you go. Some simple ways to use Canva to add printed journaling to your projects. I hope this tutorial helps you and encourages you to try a few of these ideas. If you have any questions about Canva, printed journaling, or want to see more ideas for using Canva, please post your suggestions in the comments below. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.